So let's get into it a little bit deeper. What should governments be doing? What should they prioritize? We've been clear. Today, in fact, we're launching a 3-point plan, all common sense recommendations. First, let's stop putting people in harm's way. Update building codes, modernize land use policies, ensure that we're building new homes, we're not putting them in high-risk zones. Think about it. Why are we still approving subdivisions in known floodplains? Why are we still allowing homes to be built in wildfire corridors where the chance of disaster is not just high, but inevitable? As recently as a couple of years ago, the federal government was touting a historic housing plan that made no mention of where new homes should be built, or, more to the point, where they should not be built. Yes, when it comes to housing, affordability is important. But I ask you, what is less affordable than a home that needs to be built twice? Second, invest in resilience. Fund infrastructure upgrades, create detailed national and local risk maps, provide incentives for homeowners to retrofit their properties. Imagine what it would mean for communities to have proper drainage systems, upgraded dikes, and flood barriers in place before disaster strikes. Imagine giving homeowners tax incentives to install backwater valves, reinforce their roofs, or use fire-resistant materials. Some municipalities are leading the way in encouraging homeowners to take meaningful steps to reduce their vulnerability. But we need a more concerted and coordinated effort to step up our resilience game. California is the cautionary tale of our time. Government chose to suppress premiums instead of mitigating risk. The result? 3.6 million policies weren't renewed between 2020 and 2023. Do we want to live in a place where the risks are so pronounced that insurers can, in some cases, no longer offer coverage? A place where homeowners are left without policies and families are left without financial protection? This is happening in real time in California, and it's a frightening glimpse into the potential costs of failing to adapt to our changing world. You can't regulate your way out of climate change. You can't regulate your way out of risk. We need to understand and respond to the world as it is and the risks as they are. And finally, the third part of our plan: close protection gaps resulting from our changing climate. Canadians at highest risk of floods still can't access coverage. We're one of the few G8 countries without a public-private partnership to address flood risk. That has to change. None of the ideas in our 3-point plan are new. All are just common sense. And yet here we are, still pressing, still advocating, still asking the same questions. Why won't government act? What's it going to take?